Patrick Gumba to benefit most from the presence of Caden Boozer.
We are underway. Cameron Indoor Stadium. Happy New Year. Duke starts with the basketball of the home white. Our officials this afternoon, Ron Groover, Bert Smith, and Paul Sells. So an extra ball handler on the court from the beginning, and a foul called inside. That's the freshman from Senegal, Mohamed Sila. So with Boozer in the lineup from the beginning, Duke gets a little smaller, but they do add a ball handler.
They ought to add another creator. And I think Foster and the wings are the guys I think will benefit most. It puts Foster in attack mode and takes the point guard responsibilities off of Cam Boozer's plate.
Georgia Tech, we mentioned Baidongo back with a double-double after missing 3 games. The strength of their team is the front court. Reeves lines up a 3 and connects. Kowace Reeves opens the scoring with a triple.
Shooting 40% on the year, and he's been on a tear from behind the three-point line here lately, and he opens up here, hit his first 3 from behind the three-point line.
Offensive rebound after the Evans miss. Why not? Nothing but the bottom of the net. Patrick Gumba with the answer from 3.
Doesn't shoot a great percentage there. You see Sila backing up in the paint. Kind of a dare you shot, and best to take those early. Patrick Gumba knocking down his first 3 ball.
Fleming, the freshman, he's not shy to let it fly, and that's why.
Known more for his mid-range, but again, he's a confident freshman. He doesn't know what you don't know, and he comes in really aggressive.
Reeves right to the rim, misses it. And both of these teams fine playing in an up-tempo. Boozer the trailer, missed it from 3. Back-to-back misses for Cam Boozer.
Georgia Tech front line between Baidonga and Sila have really elite rim protection. Duke starting to settle here from behind the 3-point line here early.
Evans attacks inside this time, tried to get it to Cam Boozer underneath, and it's ripped away. Good start defensively for Georgia Tech. Damon Stoudemire gets his teams to play big against their toughest competition. They are 5-6 in his tenure against top 25 teams, including a win against the Blue Devils 2 seasons ago.
That's a really good record there, but again, he's always had talent, and he coaches it well.
Lamar Washington knocks down a 3, and Georgia Tech leads 9-3. All triples so far.
I think Washington is the key for Georgia Tech in the sense of getting them organized.
Big make from Isaiah Evans, left all alone, and he makes the Jackets pay.
We know about Nate George transferring out, but watch out for Washington. He's emerged as a leader for the Yellow Jackets. 28
assists in the last 3 games for #1 in Navy, Lamar Washington. Risky pass, and it doesn't pay off. Well defended by Duke. Caden Boozer launching the attack. A trail 3. It's good! Caleb Foster drills it.
And you want to see the benefit of having Caden Boozer in starting lineup. That's what you see. Because now it frees up Foster to be aggressive. And I think you'll see Isaiah Evans get open looks like that. If they can get him going, then look out.
If you like threes, this is the game for you. 3 apiece so far in the early going at Cameron Indoor.
When you're so concerned with guarding the paint, you open up the 3-point line.
Boozer makes it easier on everybody else to do what they do best. And that's why John Shire thought he has earned his opportunity to start from the tip.
He's a ball mover, Jay. And that's what you want. I thought against, we talk about Texas Tech, they got a little stagnant on the offensive end.
Tough take. Cam Boozer regathers. Goes up and by 2, 18-16. Blue Devils go full court pressure here.
Right now, Georgia Tech has good multiple handlers right now to help initiate the offense against this pressure. All 3 guys on the floor now. Fleming, Mustaf.
Right down the lane, Jaden Mustaf. He's been very aggressive in this first half. He's got 6.
He's a hard right-hand driver, physical guard. Once he gets his shoulder past you, has the athleticism and length to finish inside.
Georgia Tech went to a double team, then backed off of it. Well, Georgia Tech comes in with confidence. A 4-game win streak headed into ACC play. Big underdogs today, but they have not played like it in this first half. 4 of 5 from 3. Look at they keep that going, and they do. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Chaz Kelly.
Confusion on the weak side by the Blue Devils, and he switched. Both guys went to protect the basket.
Foster drives in, the floater falls. Great take for Caleb Foster.
I think he's been really solid for the Blue Devils. I think now, with Caden in the starting lineup, it frees him up. Well, he doesn't have to worry about being such a facilitator. Now he's going to be able to get more to his natural position of being a downhill driver and scoring.
Georgia Tech shooting 67% from the floor. What does Duke need to do defensively?
One, there's got to be more communication right now. Too much penetration. They got to own the paint, and owning the paint is keeping the ball out of the middle so you stay out of rotation. Right now, Georgia Tech's knocking down threes. They're spread out, and now they're getting in the paint.
Great take. And a hard foul will send Isaac to get better as the season goes on.
Right.
You know, 4-game win streak headed into ACC play. You know, a lot is made about the first month of the season. You get your metric, and then people want to try and label you for the rest of the campaign. But Damon Stoudemire said he knows what this team is capable of when they're fully healthy, and now they are. And they have played like it so far on the road against number 6 Duke.
I think he feels as though they preseason picked 13th in the league, and he knows that, hey, if we're really healthy, he acknowledges maybe the top 4, there's a little bit of separation. Beyond that, he thinks is wide open, and he got his group of guys playing like it.
Gustav dumps it off for Sela. Georgia Tech hasn't spent much time in the paint in this first half, but they've been terrific from 3, 5 of 6. Nice catch and shoot, confident from the freshman Muhammad Sela.
Great job of spacing the floor. Sela showing you his range.
Sarr dumps it off. Tough take. A lot of contact.
I think that's part of what we see with Caden Boozer getting in the starting lineup, just to get the ball moving. I think they got themselves in trouble. It's just been next man up. I mean, Cam Boozer's been so dominant. It's been a different guy that has stepped up. They play the right way. They're really unselfish group. They're focused. Caden Boozer and Caleb Foster.
And you don't need it to be the same guy every single game, but you at least need someone in the supporting cast to give you those double figures. Another tough take, but great defense. Patrick Gungba walling up to take it away.
See, those are plays like that. I like to see those guards just get to the rim. It's one-on-one. You know, you drive it there. I think one-on-one, you got to attack the rim. Caden Boozer does the best job of that.
Foster can't connect on a 3. That would have given Duke the lead. Jaden Mustaf, 3 in Navy, been very confident today. 6 points. Chaz Kelly with the shot clock down to 10. Mustaf goes right into Isaiah Evans. Terrific defense, stolen away. Foster draws the foul and a chance to tie it at the 11 in this first half. Certainly cost them in the second half of that Texas Tech game.
That's something to monitor and be conscious of again.
Yellow Jackets have done well on the road, leading by 1. Washington trying to squeeze it in, and he does. Perfectly placed pass, Muhammad Sela, an easy layup.
Great back with his group. He feels as though he has a leader now. Guy that he can coach hard. A guy that this team can follow when he's in the lineup, and he's one of the reasons why, with the health of Baidonga, that the Yellow Jackets are starting to play good basketball.
Duke misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Ball back to Georgia Tech, leading by 3. Sela feeling it. Got it. The freshman not playing like one on the road at Cameron.
You can see Duke is giving the frontline guys those shots, but they know better than anybody when they're playing against guys. Sometimes they just play out of their mind and throw the statistics out. Yellow Jackets are really comfortable on the offensive end of the floor.
Shot clock down to 5. Caden Boozer down the lane. The floater is perfection.
Great job there. Turns the corner. Sealy doesn't come over to help. He stays with Patrick Gamba. Great decision there with the floater.
Georgia Tech has made 6 of their last 7, but stolen away. The steal and the slam. Cameron Boozer makes it a 1-point game.
Great job there denying that reversal by Cam Boozer.
Sela has it. He has the last 6 points for Georgia Tech. Backing down Gungba. Lost the handle. Back-to-back takeaways for Duke. Evans. Count it. 3 of 12 from the floor since 6 of 8. And now in front by 2 after Isaiah Evans completes the 3-point play. 7-0 run in the last 50 seconds. That's how quickly it can turn for as well as Georgia Tech has played in this first half. And again, you're shooting 71% on the road at Cameron. You find yourself down 2.
You absolutely cannot turn the basketball over in this building.
Easier said than done.
It's a lot easier said than done against one of the better defensive teams in all of college basketball.
A foul called on Malik Brown off the ball.
Out trouble right now, but they have Wasey Reeves, and his size allows him to play in that 4 spot. Now you're going to see more 4 out 1 in with Georgia Tech on the offensive end. Watch
Great
out.
shake. Hello. Happy New Year. Kawase Reeves. One-handed jam to tie it at 31.
Don't let the 3-ball fool you. He's shooting it well from behind the 3-point line, Jay, but attacking the rim is what he does best. You saw his athleticism there. I mean, here, just a head and shoulder fake. Shakes Caden Boozer, and no one wants to get in the way of that highlight film.
Well, it's the threes that have ignited this Georgia Tech offense, but that one-handed jam will do wonders. They go back inside, stolen away again. 9 turnovers by Georgia Tech. Duke can't cash in transition. Offensive rebound. Cameron Boozer wins it back for Duke. Evans lines up the 3. Missed it.
Been able to consistently knock those down yet.
Washington in attack mode. Scoop to the hoop for 2, and Georgia Tech back in front.
He's a difference maker. He calms his group down.
Boozer a 3. Usually he'll make you pay. Missed it that time.
Knocked down. Cam Boozer's knocked down 2 threes here, and you don't want him to settle. He's just so dominant on the interior. You still want him inside. I think him coming inside opens the floor for everyone else because you have to double him if he plays in the post.
Deep 3. They've been falling, but not that time for Lamar Washington. Just Georgia Tech's second miss from 3. Evans through contact. Doesn't get it to drop. Battle for the ball. Won by Duke. Gungba kept the possession alive. Cameron Boozer rejected by the rim. Just didn't quite get the angle right there. And that goes on the other end. Kawase Reeves off balance, and somehow that falls.
The effort's there for Duke on the offensive end of the floor. Just unable to get shots to fall. And
now 1-1 for Isaiah Evans. Connects on the first, earns the second.
This is another thing to watch, too. We talked about the 12 free throws missed versus Texas Tech. They've missed 4 here in the first half, and got to be careful. Start missing free throws. Those things will become a...
As Georgia Tech head coach always gets his teams to play their best against the best.
He does, and he's really excited about the future of this group. He's finally have his full complement roster of guys, and they've been banged up and a lot of injuries.
Boozer the lob is a little too high.
And Marshall's been in there, and they just stayed in the paint. They're forcing Duke to take perimeter shots and take the shots they want them to take, and not allowing Duke to get comfortable and owning the paint.
Here's Lamar Washington. Goes into the double team. Caden Boozer picks the pocket. Evans tried to get it back to Caden, and it's stolen away. 2-on-1. The steal and the score, Chaz Kelly. Georgia Tech a 4-point lead.
Really comfortable coming in off the bench. He's starting to find his rhythm. 5 for 5 in the Florida A&M game, and he's had his moments here in the first half.
Boozer's got a mismatch, and he cashes in. Oh, Cam Boozer will make you pay.
Jay, that's against the double team there. He just splits the double team and like, I had enough.
Use it or lose it timeout for Damon Stoudemire. Tech shot 68%. To put that in perspective, the best shooting first half from a Duke opponent this season, 48%. By Dongo, the steal and the slam, and he was scoreless in the first half. That's Georgia Tech's best player, Dongo. He only played 7 minutes with foul trouble.
And Jay, as I said, when Duke gets in trouble, they go to Cam Boozer in the middle of the floor. You can see defensively, Georgia Tech is prepared to defend that. They run a similar action with By Dongo, and again, creating turnovers. He only played 7 minutes in the first half with foul trouble. It's critical they can get quality minutes out of him here in the second half. He cannot pick up a third here early.
And he has been a Blue Devil killer in his career as Boozer flushes it on the inside, averaging 16.5 points per game against Duke, but scoreless in the first half, and his team stepped up without him on the floor. They go right back to Dongo. He sends it down low, and another slam, this time the freshman Muhammad Sila.
The passing by both of these frontline teams, their bigs, is exceptional.
The immediate answer. The Boozer brothers starting to cook at the beginning of this second half. Duke still trailing by 4. Caden making his first career start today as John Shire trying to ignite this Duke offense after the loss to Texas Tech. And then the 10-day layoff following the loss. Reeves launches the 3 and hits it. Kowacie Reeves has been money from 3. That's his 3rd triple. Georgia Tech up 7.
The Blue Devils got to get back to their identity, and that's the defensive end of the floor. Right now, they're not guarding the basketball well.
Georgia Tech shot 68% in that first half. Now they're up to 71% from the floor. Tough to win basketball games when you're giving it up. 7 out of 10 makes. 5. And Georgia Tech shooting 71% from the floor. So you have said many times, Randolph Childress, that they've got to get the defense going.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Opposing field goal percentage this season, 36%. It is nearly double that today.
It is, and credit Georgia Tech. I mean, this is a formidable front line with their guys, and guards are starting to get comfortable. I think they figured out with Lamar Washington at the point guard position, and it balanced out everything else.
Boozer, tough take, swatted away. Sila, he's been a big force on that front line for the Yellow Jackets. You would not know he's a freshman, particularly on the defensive end. This is a first conference game in ACC play. You're at Cameron, and Yellow Jackets playing with confidence. Caden Boozer goes right at Sila, this time beats him for 2.
Great Spain action there, coming off, allowing Caden to get to the rim.
Fleming give and go, Dongo, crafty take.
Tried to initiate the contact. Cam Boozer kind of pulled the chair on him a little bit. Probably Dongo still athletic enough to make that finish.
Pull up pop, swatted. Foster retreats. Now in attack mode. Rejected on his way to the rim. It'll stay Duke ball. Both teams line driving to the rim right now.
You got to try to, whoever controls the paint will control the rest of this game. And both teams started out shooting the three ball well, but they're attacking the paint.
It's funny.
Both teams, crafty finishers there.
They've completely flipped what they've done offensively. In the first half, it was all. And Caden Boozer completes the three-point play. His first career start. The Boozer brothers in the starting lineup for the first time in their college careers. Now both in double figures.
Duke in the 2-3 zone here. Watch the middle.
And the defensive adjustment paid off, but they couldn't close out the possession with a rebound. It'll stay Georgia Tech basketball. Randolph, do you like the adjustment to the zone here?
Well, he's trying to destroy the rhythm right now with Georgia Tech. They're carving them up. They're getting every shot they want. They've knocked down threes. They're getting to the paint. The zone is just to force Georgia Tech to get the ball be a little stagnant.
Offensive rebound. Sela can't clean up the spill. But a good rebound. Patrick Gungba ripped it away. Here's Cameron Boozer. Duke beginning to steal the momentum in this second half. Boozer dumps it off. Easy finish. Gungba to tie it at 52.
From Damon Stoudemire, I take by Dongo off of Cam Boozer. He has to. He doesn't want to foul.
And now the Duke defense starting to dial it up. Evans lines up a three. Missed it. Tough take, trying to go. Has gotten today. Washington makes them both. Georgia Tech back in front by 2. Here's Cameron Boozer. Lost the handle, stolen away. 8 turnovers for Duke. Georgia Tech with 12 points off of those turnovers. Kick to the corner. Don lead because they were letting the threes fly and they were falling. Made 5 of their first 6. But they've just made 1 of their last 5. Definitely more intentional about going inside.
It gave them confidence early that they could win this game.
Almost a terrific putback, but Sela couldn't finish it. Foster tried to go coast to coast. He didn't get it to go. It'll stay Duke ball underneath their own hoop. Team in the country on the road to start conference play. The Blue Devils have won 18 straight ACC home openers, but that streak getting tested. 1-point game. Cam Boozer, the nation's leading scorer, finds his brother Caden, who made his first career start today. Boozer brothers have been terrific. A give and go, leads to 3. The Boozer brother connection on full display.
Cam Boozer with his 3rd 3 here this afternoon. Knocked down too early.
Great defense. One of the best defenders in the country, Malik Brown. And a rare turnover. Caden Boozer usually so good in transition, but nobody home there.
These two, like they know each other are in their sleep here. Caden drives baseline, kicks it back to Cam, and he knocks down his 3rd 3 here. He's feeling it.
That's right out of the backyard in South Florida.
Yeah, I mean, they've done that a million times. I think they can play with their eyes closed.
They have combined for 33 points in this game. They've given Duke a 4-point lead. Georgia Tech not going away. Dongo squeezing it inside. Marshall goes up strong, rejected. Patrick Gungba swats it away, and Brown has it for Duke. Here's Foster. Finds Cam Boozer. Foster lines up the 3. Got it! Nothing run in the last minute before the Damon Stoudemire timeout. How do the Yellow Jackets respond here?
But here they've got to figure out a way to get the ball out of the perimeter. They're just moving it around against the zone.
Feels like they're in the danger zone right now as we tick under 8 minutes to play. Duke starting to separate. Reeves needed it, didn't get it. Missed 2 front ends of the 1-and-1 that day. Just missed the front end of a 1-and-1 there. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 there. Flying through.
Georgia Tech now tries a little zone of their own. With Duke struggling from behind the three-point line. Question becomes, can they rebound out of it?
Well, they tried to squeeze it into Boozer and it's stolen away. You want to get the ball to that ACC logo when you're facing a zone. That's exactly what Duke tried to do. And Georgia Tech turns it into 3. Kowacie Reeves Jr. drills it to make it a 2-point game.
It's amazing the momentum of this game. Patrick Gumba at the line. Misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Now Georgia Tech is going on a 5-0 run.
Evans, the immediate answer. Isaiah Evans buries it.
They're just a different team when he gets it going. Isaiah Evans, so explosive, but very streaky from behind the three-point line. If he could just consistently start knocking that down, it just changes so many things for this Duke lineup.
Shot clock ticks down to 8. Washington.
Isaiah Evans answers back. This game right now it's like it started. Guys are starting to heat up from behind the three-point line.
Duke has made their last 3 shots. Good feed. Brown misses the finish. That was a layup for Malik Brown. But he wins it back on D. Makes up for the layup and then gives it right back. Fleming playing with 4 fouls, the freshman. Well, the big story was how was Duke going to bounce back after a 10-day layoff after their first loss of the season against Texas Tech. Well, they are getting tested in the ACC opener here at home. 1-possession game under 6 minutes to play. Good ball movement, leads to the slam. Gumba finished it, but a terrific play offensively.
Duke is going with the size. They're playing with a big lineup. They have Patrick Gumba, Cam Boozer, and Malik Brown on the court. Malik Brown at the point of the zone. And they put him up there so when the ball's on the weak side of the court, he can crash down and rebound.
Well, the height paying off there. And now Duke has numbers, 4 on 3. Decide to slow it down. 5-point lead with 5 minutes remaining of this one. Foster in attack mode. Kick to the corner. The extra pass finds Evans. He can't connect. A long rebound. Keeps the possession alive. Foster a 3. No good. Some good looks, just can't knock him down.
It's a really good possession there by the Blue Devils. Can't be upset about either one of those shots. Good shots, just didn't knock him down.
Mustaf drills it. The sophomore Jaden Mustaf, and it's a 2-point game.
Jaden Mustaf, not known for his three-point shot making. Only shoot 31% on the year, but he stepped into that one. Making this a 1-possession game here, and they're going back to the zone.
From the line. Gumba. This is the front end of another 1-and-1. Duke does get the rebound, though.
9 missed free throws. A lot of time left here.
Yeah, the last 2 have been front ends of 1-and-1s. Shot clock down to 7, and a foul called will send Cam Boozer. Misses the second. And it stays a 1-possession game as we tick near 4 minutes remaining in regulation.
For Georgia Tech here, you want the ball in Washington's hands. Some type of ball screen action maybe with him and Baidonga.
That's who's got it. Washington pull up, pop, air ball. Duke deciding to slow things down with a 3-point lead. Been very efficient offensively in this second half. Trailed by as many as 7. now trying to close it out in open ACC play with a win. Shot clock down to 5. Caden Boozer, pull-up pop, missed it. Good rebound by the freshman Fleming, and a foul called.
A really good front line, guys, of Georgia Tech here.
The only time Duke failed to do it, last time out against Texas Tech, and they bounce back and finish the final 3 minutes here in a 1-point game. Makes them both.
Great job there, just stepping up here in the last 3 minutes to make those 2 free throws.
Buckle up. Should be a fun finish in the ACC opener. 1 possession game. Georgia Tech down 3 with the ball. By Dongo.
Watch the quick spin baseline.
He tried to do it and turned it over. Duke continues to do it with defense. 17 turnovers for Georgia Tech.
Look for Cam Boozer to catch it right there at the elbow. He wants to get to that right hand.
And a travel before the contact, and Georgia Tech wins the ball back. Good response from Dongo.
Great job there again. We're talking about guys being dialed in the scouting reports. Cam Boozer gets there. He wants to get back to that right hand. Mike Dongo does a great job of bodying him up, causing the travel.
Each team with 2 timeouts as we tick near 2 minutes remaining in regulation.
Putting the ball in Washington's hand. He's got to make a play for me.
Shot clock down to 7. Washington, the lefty. It doesn't drop. Dongo stolen away. Isaiah Evans poked it free. And John Shire takes a time in a more balanced attack. It hasn't just been the Cam Boozer show. But in a 1-possession game, you're probably looking at number 12 in white. Right now, here's his brother. Caden, pull-up pop. Got it! Making good on that first career start. Duke leads by 5. And Damon Stoudemire takes one of his 2 remaining timeouts.
Well, they relied on their defense when they've needed to. The zone has helped limit the Georgia Tech offense and help them get back to control of this game.
Well, they go back to man here.
You got Duke in cross matchups now.
They switch back. Washington trying to go baseline.
That's a big miss there.
A chance to make it a 1-possession game again. And now under a minute left. Georgia Tech looks like they're going to play this possession out.
Got to get a stop here if you're Georgia Tech.
6-point lead for Duke.
Get into your action quick. You don't want to waste a ton of time here.
Well, you said you don't need a 3, but you need something fast. Reeves does launch the 3, and he buries it. Kowacie Reeves cuts the lead in half.
Jay, that's just a difficult shot to make. It was not a good shot, but he made it. It's one of those, oh no, it goes in and you celebrate it. Makes it a 1-possession game.
23 points for Reeves. That's his 5th 3. What do you do here if you're Georgia Tech? Do you foul or do you play it out?
I don't think they're going to foul here.
And they do. Shot.
Good thing is Duke is following their guys up the court. Got a chance here. Get it in the... Trying to run in late clock play. Great defense there by the Blue Devils.
Under 20 seconds to play. A lot of time coming off the clock. Missed it. It stays a 2-possession game. Boozer the rebound. Nobody near Caden. Tons of time ticking off the clock.
Even once he got the rebound.
And the freshman with such a quick outlet there. Isaiah Evans, a chance to make it a 6-point game.
And Isaiah Evans is the best free throw shooter on a Duke team, and you want with their free throw struggles, he's a guy you want to put the ball in his hands if you can in the ice games, shooting 84%.
Got them both. Georgia Tech has to hurry. A quick three. Washington missed it. And Duke hangs on.